Sorry, but I'm not quite ready to die. This little girl has given me a greater purpose in my life than I have ever known.
Teresa is the 182nd Claymore of the 77th generation in the organization, formerly ranked as number 1. She is among the 8 number 1 warriors capable of surpassing the original Abyssal ones, considered even to be the strongest ever created. She is also regarded as the most powerful character in the series for her unparalleled combat ability, Yoki Perception, and Yoki Reserve. Even against an awakened Rosemary or a near-awakened Priscilla, a mere 10% energy release was enough to overpower them.
Just this once, I'll put a bit of effort into it.
Better yet, she's winning, and using only enough Yoki power to change her eye color. Could this be the true strength of Teresa's power?
She was nicknamed Teresa of the Faint Smile for the faint smiles that graced her face as she effortlessly slaughtered her enemies. Personality. As a trainee, Teresa always attempted to escape. She was known as a problem child. Before Teresa met Claire, she was a merciless, solitary killer who would accept any assignment without complaint. She seemed to enjoy intimidating the townsfolk and made it sound as if the organization was responsible for sending Yoma to the towns that failed to pay the required fees.
Once there was a small village that had failed to pay. They were wiped out by a horde of Yoma in less than a month. You hear stories like that all the time.
However, despite her initial violent nature, she does possess a kind and caring side. When Teresa met Claire, she obstinately tried to prevent the little girl from following her around and even physically hit and kicked her away. When Claire did not give up following her, however, she opened up her heart, and her formerly cold personality changed as she became very attached to the young girl.
She comforted me in a way that no one in the village would do for her. She gave me what she wanted so badly for herself. Understanding and unconditional.
They grew a motherly daughter bond, and lived together from then onwards until Teresa's death by Priscilla. In Irene's opinion, being with Claire had softened Teresa's toughness as a warrior and eventually led to her death when she chose to spare the lives of her executioners. However, Irene theorized that Teresa had found true happiness in her last days because of Claire and would not have changed her actions if she were to relive her life. This conclusion was indeed proven to be true as confessed by Teresa after her revival from within Claire. As such, she thanked God, if he ever existed, for having met Claire. Abilities. Teresa possesses extraordinarily acute Yoki sensing abilities. She can detect the most minute changes in the Yoki flow of both Yoma and Claymores alike, accurately predicting their every move. This skill allows Teresa to judge the strength, speed and direction of an attack before her enemies can act. Irene concludes that Teresa's adeptness in this area was the main reason why she was the top warrior of her generation. The list. Number 1, in the West, Teresa was originally a 4th century Spanish name, confined to Spain and Portugal, until the 17th century. The word Teresa was possibly derived from the Greek, meaning heat or summer, or to harvest. It could also have been derived from Theresia, an island in the volcanic island group of Santorini in the Greek Cyclades. Number 2, in a dream, Teresa remembered her once black hair, which she had considered to be her best feature, and black eyes. She lost both after joining the organization. Number 3, she is the number 1 of her generation, beautiful, and virtually unbeatable even in a group of her best subordinates. When she is sentenced to death, no Claymore can even come close to defeating her, and she shows herself to be superior to them in every aspect of combat. Her abilities are so beyond everybody else that she is considered the strongest Claymore of any generation. Number 4, in a sense. Teresa was so powerful that in all her life she's never had to use more than 10% of her power at any given time. It's also deconstructed, since never taking fights seriously got her killed in a quick fashion. Number 5. Her nickname comes from the fact that whenever she fights, she's always smiling ever so slightly. Yet when she slaughters the bandits, her face is utterly devoid of expression.
You are worse than the Yoma, and you all deserve to die for what you've done. Each of you dies tonight.
To know more about the world of Claymore, please visit the link below.